Today on the show, MGM has spent the last several days with all of its casinos being held at ransom by a group of hackers, with MGM refusing to pay up. We'll talk about the term vishing and how a 10-minute phone call has served this casino house a major loss.
I'm a nerd, and I'm pretty proud of it.
Nerds today have no idea how good they have it.
Let the nerds take over!
Rise and shine, nerds. Grab your coffee, wipe the sleep from your eyes, and turn up the volume as we help kick off your day with Love Thy Nerd's official morning show here on YouTube and LTN Radio. I'm Radio Matt. I'm the Director of Content and Resources for Love Thy Nerd.
And I'm Deidre, and you can bet the house on that.
Thank you for making us your daily stop for the latest in nerdy news. Now, Monday through Friday, let's get to our top story. Oh boy. Hey, Deidre.
What?
Have you heard about the MGM Grand casino hack?
No.
Oh, it's been bad.
Oh, no.
Now, this is being recorded on Saturday the 16th. So for those of you watching this on Monday morning, things might have changed. I think the latest update is that they're starting to get some of their systems back. But let's go through exactly what's happened and catch you up in case you haven't heard. So, MGM, which owns more than 24 hotel and casino locations around the world, as well as an online sports betting arm, reported last Monday that a cybersecurity issue was affecting some of its systems, which it shut down to protect our systems and data. Okay. Now, this is across all of those resorts across the globe.
Everywhere.
All 24 hotel and casinos, including the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. For the next several days, reports said everything from hotel room digital keys to slot machines weren't working. Even websites for its many properties went offline for a while. Guests found themselves waiting in hours-long lines and check-in to get physical room keys or getting handwritten receipts for casino winnings as the company went into manual mode to stay as operational as possible. MGM Resorts didn't respond to a request for comment and has only posted vague references to a cybersecurity issue on Twitter, reassuring guests it was working to resolve the issue and that its resorts were staying open. The attacks show how even organizations that you might expect to be especially locked down and protected from cybersecurity attacks, say massive casino chains that pull in tens of millions of dollars every day, are still vulnerable if the hacker uses the right attack vector, and that's almost always a human being and human nature. In this case, it appears that publicly available information and one persuasive phone call were enough to give the hackers all they needed to get into MGM systems and create what is likely to be some very expensive havoc that will hurt both the resort chain and many of its guests. So this article is from Vox, by the way.
Why do people do this?
A group, well, I mean, this one is clear for money. A group known as Scattered Spider is believed to be the responsible for the MGM breach, and it reportedly used ransomware made by Black Cat, a ransomware as a service operation. Scattered Spider specializes in social engineering, where attackers manipulate victims into performing certain actions by impersonating people or organizations the victim has a relationship with. The hackers are said to be especially good at vishing, or gaining access to systems through a convincing phone call rather than phishing, which is done through an email.
Okay.
Scattered Spider's members are thought to be in their late teens and early 20s, based in Europe, possibly some in the U.S. and fluent in English, which makes their vishing attempts much more convincing than, say, a call from someone with a Russian accent or an Indian accent, and only a working knowledge of English. In this case, it appears the hackers found an employee's information, an MGM Grand employee's information, on LinkedIn, impersonated that person to call the MGM IT help desk to obtain credentials to access and then infect the systems.
Wow.
That's all it took.
Wow.
That is all it took. It was just a simple search on LinkedIn, and I'm going to pretend to be this guy. They got the credentials to get in and then totally infect the systems. Someone claiming to be a representative of the hacking group told the Financial Times that it stole and encrypted MGM's data and is demanding a payment in crypto to release it. This was the backup plan. The group initially planned to hack the company's slot machines, but weren't able to do that directly, the representative claimed. If that
The representative is talking
Yeah.
to the press about it?
Usually the hackers do take credit, especially if the company that you're hacking is being so tight-lipped about it, because they want to put pressure on the company. So you're going to put that out into the news so everyone knows, and now they have to do something. They can't keep it out, well, we're just dealing with a cybersecurity issue. It'll be solved in a couple of days. You can't do that. So apparently they also attacked Caesar's Palace the same weekend. And Caesar's Palace immediately paid up.
Oh,
They're like, you know what? No, here you go. Take all the money. Let us free. And they did.
oh my gosh. That's terrible.
Isn't that crazy? I'm sad that, like, we got a lot of, I can't show you all of them, but there are pictures here from, like, different kiosks and things throughout the hotel for the MGM Grand anyway. That's the biggest name being hit there. And that's just little sad smiley or sad frowny faces saying, we're having trouble connecting with the system. You know, nobody can do anything. But it's crazy. Like they're so dependent on the digital system that like they couldn't get into their hotel rooms. Water was shut off for a large portion of the first few days because that was all in a digital system. Like it's nuts. Yeah. But more than 90% of cyber attacks start with just a simple phishing or vishing thing. It's an email or a phone call that's convincing enough to get somebody at IT or a higher up level to be like, yeah, okay, here you go.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It just it doesn't matter how
Doesn't matter
much.
how your technology is.
Doesn't matter how.
The human element
it's a casino.
is the weak link.
I mean, a casino has, we've all watched Ocean's 11.
I think they did it.
This is Ocean's 14 right here. They have so many security levels in place.
I'm sure, yeah.
But it doesn't matter if you have one person.
Oh, goodness. That one person's having a bad week.
Poor IT person. Slightly technical says, I was reading this article yesterday. That's all it takes majority of the time. Put pressure on the companies also to advertise their skill set for people to hire them. Yeah. To have them talking them. Yeah. This is where we're at, man. Yeah. There was another story of another like crypto company got hacked this past week, and they lost a bunch of millions of dollars. And like, I thought we weren't able to do that with crypto. I thought that was the whole point, is that it was secure. Like this is today's world. This is today's world. Everything is hackable because everything is digital.
That's terrible.
So yeah, Vishing's only going to be more and more of a problem, especially now that we have the capability of mimicking people's voices because of AI, where you used to need like 3 solid minutes of that person's voice to mimic the voice, and now you only need 3 seconds of that person's voice. Like,
Someone can mimic us now.
It's a weird time. Oh yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
There's hours of my voice. But it's scary times.
Yep.
In other news today, we've actually got a news story from last week that we had to cut for time. So it's flashback time. Let's move on to something cool. Powerwash Simulator is now going to let you clean the grime away from Back to the Future's DeLorean. It's from Engadget.com. So Powerwash Simulator is a game where you clean crap with a power washer. Start out with like vans and buildings, bathrooms, things like this. It's manual labor in video game form, and it is somehow pretty addictive.
I can remember there was this little game on my phone when Eli was little that he liked to play. And it was like a car and it was dirty and you put the soap on and you did the water and you did the drying and then it lets you put stickers on it. Yeah.
Well, this is you with an intensely pressured water gun spraying a bunch of fun stuff. And so they've had several different, well, let's read the article. Engage in the article. It says, oh, hey, thank you for that. Bits, their Random Rick's review, 10 bits. Thanks for the lurk as well. So as it turns out, time travel can be filthy work. It seems that the DeLorean Doc Brown and Marty McFly used to visit various historical periods is particularly mucky, and you'll soon have a chance to clean it up. That's because a Back to the Future expansion is on the way to Powerwash Simulator, a self-exploratory game that turned out to be one of 2022's biggest surprise hits. Powerwash Simulator, this is the most notable crossover, the latest notable crossover rather, following a crossover with Final Fantasy VII, Tomb Raider, and SpongeBob SquarePants. There's also a Warhammer 40K expansion on the way too, so like you're getting to clean things from video games now, which is pretty cool. But the SpongeBob DLC, it's like you're cleaning the pineapple that he lives in. You're cleaning the Krusty Krab. Like it's really cool stuff. So for the Back to the Future DLC, the classic time machine isn't the only thing you get to clean with the virtual high pressure blast of water. You could also clean Doc Brown's van from the first movie, the Hill Valley Clock Tower,
Awesome,
the Holomax Theater, and the Time Train from the end of the third movie.
Okay.
There will be 10 more achievements or trophies to snag too. The Back to the Future expansion will arrive later this year and cost $8. So I own this game.
Really?
I've had it for about a year. Silver convinced me to get it. Tyranny convinced me to get it. I've only played it a few times because it's a time waster game.
Right.
So it's meant to take you a while. And I just don't have the time to play any video games pretty much ever. But the few times I have played it, I'm like, this is nice.
How fun. It's great because you feel like you're getting work done and you're not.
And you're not. Yeah. Wait, is that good? Is that a good thing? I've worked so hard on this room and now it's, oh, okay, well, the stage is over. I watched. I didn't even play. I watched.
Watch someone
Luke
else.
and Tyranny clean like this. I don't know. It was like a Subway bathroom, not Subway the restaurant, but like a Subway underground.
Right.
A bunch of multiple stalls and whatever. I'm like, this is probably the least fun stage I've seen, but I'm still going to sit here and watch them do this whole thing while they chat about it. I don't understand the draw. I don't understand the draw of playing a video game that is simulating work I'd never want to do in real life. But Mosaic says, I'm going to start live streaming my power wash of my swimming pool area.
I bet you get a lot of views.
I say I'd never want to do that in real life. I actually kind of do want to do that in real life. Probably not as a job, but at least one time clean something with a power wash. That seems like it would be fun.
My dad just got a power washer.
It sounds like something he'd
bragging like 2 weeks ago. He power washed his pool on the outside. He's like, oh, it looks so nice.
That wraps up today's news, and we're going to take a quick break.
But when we come back, AI takes over our show.
And we'll share today in nerd history. Stick around.
Welcome to the Lightning Round, brought to you by Moviga. I'm Justin with your weekly source for all things movies, video games, and more. Now grab your ponchos and let's catch up on this week's news. There was a Nintendo Direct this week, and Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door was announced to be coming to the Nintendo Switch in 2024. This will be a remaster of the popular 2004 GameCube game. I'm super excited about this. Paper Mario: The Origami King was my first foray into the Paper Mario franchise, and I absolutely loved it. This reveal was also revealed alongside F-Zero 99, Unicorn Overlord, and a Tomb Raider Remastered collection. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor director Stig Asmussen is leaving Electronic Arts. He's been a director at Respawn Entertainment since 2014. This is a big hit for EA, as both Star Wars Jedi games have been really some of the lone bright spots for EA since Fallen Order's release in 2018. This departure comes as somewhat of a surprise, as Asmussen had previously stated that he wanted to make Star Wars Jedi into a trilogy. So we'll see what happens with that. And this next piece of news is for all you football fans. An ESPN Disney Plus crossover will combine the cast of Toy Story with the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons. Toy Story Fun Day Football will immerse viewers in a fully animated version of the October 1st game. It's taking place in London, and this won't just be a replay. The game will actually be fully animated in real time from Andy's room, with Woody, Buzz, Bullseye, Bunny, Ducky, Forky, Jesse, Rex, and Slinky the dog, and the green aliens joining in on the sidelines. We'll even get to see a halftime performance by Duke Kaboom. This actually makes me somewhat interested to watch a game that would otherwise be nothing I cared about. But I might watch this one. Well, it looks like the storm is past. Be sure to check out the Moviga podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you listen to that sort of thing, where we're talking all things movies, video games, and more. I'm Justin, and thanks for joining me this week for the Lightning Round.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine Nerds, LTN's official morning show here on YouTube and LTN Radio. Now, every now and then, we will fiddle around with AI a bit, so we are going to have Bing's AI chatbot create us a movie trailer for a rom-com where a casino hacker and a casino rep fall in love. Deidre and I will be acting it out. I'll read the narration and the role of Jack, and Deidre will read the role of Lisa. Again, this was written entirely by Bing's AI chatbot. All right. He's a master of hacking, a genius of scamming, and a lover of gambling. He's Jack, and he has a plan to rob the MGM Grand Casino of millions of dollars. But there's one thing he didn't count on: falling in love. I'm in. I've hacked into the casino security system. Now I just need to find a way to get inside. She's a loyal employee, a charming hostess, and a hopeless romantic. She's Lisa, and she works for the MGM Grand Casino. But there's one thing she doesn't know. She's being used.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm your personal rep for the casino. I'm here to make your stay as enjoyable as possible.
Well, you're doing a great job so far. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. They're a perfect match, but they're also a perfect mess. Will Jack go through with his plan and break Lisa's heart, or will he give up his scheme and follow his heart?
How could you do this to me? How could you lie to me? You're not here to gamble. You're here to steal.
I'm sorry, Lisa. I'm sorry for everything. I love you. I really do. This summer, get ready for a hilarious comedy that will make you laugh, cry, and cheer. Starring Ryan Reynolds as Jack and Emma Stone as Lisa. This is Hack to the Heart. He hacked the casino. She hacked his heart. Woo! Good job being AI. I think that was fantastic. I want to see that movie. Now to wrap up the show. It's time for Today in Nerd History. Today in Nerd History.
Today's date is September 18th.
In 1964, The Addams Family premiered. This classic sitcom follows the adventures of a quirky and eccentric family who delight in the macabre and the bizarre, while being oblivious to the horror they cause to their normal neighbors. In 1965, Get Smart premiered. This hilarious TV series parodies the spy genre with the adventures of a clumsy Agent 86 and his competent partner, Agent 99, who work for a secret agency called Control and fight against the evil organization, Chaos. In 1993, Rocko's Modern Life premiered. This is a show about an Australian wallaby who faces various challenges and adventures in a surreal American town with his quirky friends. It is known for its adult humor, social satire, and creative animation. In 1998, Rush Hour premiered in theaters. This movie combines action and comedy, featuring Jackie Chan as a skilled but humble Hong Kong detective and Chris Tucker as a loudmouth but loyal Los Angeles cop who team up to rescue a kidnapped girl and stop a crime lord.
Find out more nerdy facts about today's entries at lovethynerd.com/nerdhistory.
We hope you have a fantastic day. We thank you for making Rise and Shine Nerds a part of it. Catch us every weekday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern on YouTube or 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. on LTN Radio.
You can also subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast app or through the Love Thy Nerd YouTube channel so you can watch any episodes you missed.
And tell us what you think of the show via our socials at Rise and Shine LTN on Facebook and Twitter. Once again, I'm Radio Matt.
I'm Deidre.
And as always, a reminder,
Jesus loves you, nerds.